Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for bringing out all that was relevant and all that needs to be attended to in this country. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here on yet another mega show, which is both meaningful, strategic, and objective in this field of HR. And the function which we be seeing, particularly, I've been involved with it for a long time, and I'm seeing it grow from strength to strength every year. Last year, I thought perhaps we've reached as far and couldn't improve, but Mr. Bhatia has proved me wrong. Mr. Bhatia, thank you very much. You and your team for incessant effort and labor that has gone into. I must also share my recent experience of being to his office as a part of jury, and I was most impressed with what is being practiced there is also being what is being preached. Normally, we live in the world of perception, not in reality. As we all know as conscious business leaders, that perception is reality, but Mr. Bhatia perhaps doesn't agree wholeheartedly perhaps, and he thinks reality is also reality and perception follows, and I found real joy and fun in his office. Congratulations, Mr. Bhatia. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the biggest challenge apart from all the challenges which have been put out by our learned chairman? The biggest challenge, if we were to take a vote from the dignitaries on the dais, or the CEOs, or even the senior management present here in their respective businesses, would be talent. We don't find good people, or there are not enough people in my organization. Also, there are not enough good people outside. As Mr. Chairman said, we are not finding employable people. It's not only employable people. It's also we see that companies are riddled with succession all over the world because people that be on the top do not feel that their organizations have the talent which could take over, or they are not able to readily spot talent outside which could take over. In our country, perhaps it is very acute because our education has lost its relevance vis-a-vis commercial realities. What the business wants, the education does not deliver, and what the education delivers, the business just simply does not want. So it's a very queer situation. So in this situation, the theme that Dr. Bhatia has chosen today becomes extremely relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, believe you me, and you all know that there is a lot of talent which is within the organizations but which we cannot spot. It's latent, and it needs a hell of a lot of effort, or it needs skills, or it needs what I call the true HR qualities to find that talent. I would call it uncut diamonds, the latent jewels which are lying within the organization while we are searching high and low. We are not looking really deep within our organizations to find if there is someone who needs to be taken up, if there is indeed an uncut diamond lying within us. What does it need? Apart from the heart being in the right place, which most of the HR people have, it also needs a trained ear to listen. It also needs a trained eye to see. It also needs a trained nose to smell. And it needs trained hands to grab that. And finally, a trained mind to position that talent well. Now, there are several tools available, and I think during the course of the deliberations today and tomorrow, there would be many speakers who would guide us how to spot or how to train our faculties to find that talent. And finding that talent and positioning is not enough. Every company is riddled with politics, whether the people on the top believe it or not, to some degree or a greater degree, but even the families have politics. So when you find a latent talent, the biggest difficulty that the HR person will find is how to contend with that opposition or that political force or that political environment or that drag effect of environment to stop you from going further with polishing that talent. So we have to have that patience. It takes time.